And the word for today comes from Philippians chapter 4 verse 13, and it's actually one of his favorite scriptures, if not his very favorite. And it says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. What you got for that, Jason? Share with the folks.
Well, like my mom said, it's one of my favorite scriptures, and I use it for anything because it can be applied to anything. I can do all things states that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Anything is achievable. There are no limits to you besides, natural limits like gravity and stuff. So don't go jumping off a building. But the second part, through Christ, who gives me strength. So Jesus Christ is the one who's giving you strength to do all things.
Right.
So through Jesus Christ, you have no limits to things that you can do. And the only way that you would be limited is if you took Christ out of the picture.
All right now. Just go ahead.
And because it says through Christ you can do all things, because he's the one that's going to give you strength.
Right.
So even at times where you feel down on yourself, or you feel weak, you don't feel like you're up to par, which we all, I feel, have those times.
Absolutely.
Then because of that, that means that you're not in alignment with your, I would say, spiritual mind, because your spiritual mind already knows that through Christ, anything is achievable. There are no limits, there's no boundaries for you. Anything is possible. That's why even, there's things called world records. And that's why, certain individuals, they can break world records. Because say, the fastest runner, he, I don't know the actual thing, but just say if you can run a mile in a minute or something like that, then that's the boundary that most people would stay by. But then it just takes that one person to say, I can beat that, or I know that I can beat that. Then that person, because he said that and because he believes it, that person will end up running the mile in 45 seconds. And then that'll become the new limit, new boundary, which is not really a boundary.
New goal for somebody else.
Yeah, it's not really a boundary because it's still something that can be broken. There's still someone who can do it faster. There's always going to be improvement. There's always improvement to be made. So that's why that scripture, I feel, is very important to me, because it helps me break even some of my boundaries and break some of my limitations that I put on myself. Just reminding me and just having that type of consciousness that, whatever I'm doing or whatever new direction I'm going, or whatever new challenges that I'm facing, through Christ, I can get through it because he is my strength, and I can overcome anything that I put my mind to.
All right. You see how he's so full of word, he just goes on. Thank you, Jason. And even with that, what we can apply, he said, it was really encouraging all that he was saying, that we motivate ourselves and it allows us through Christ to go past even our own, what we consider our own limitations. So what we can even apply today is confess that. Confess that word. I can do all things through Christ. Never take Christ out of the picture. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. So that's our What's the Word for today. And with that, create yourself a wonderfully blessed day today.
We'll see you again tomorrow.